What is up, friends? Well, it is time for a September Nintendo Direct. Need I even express my excitement? I love Directs, and I especially love September Directs. They are the most consistent Directs in terms of both dates and surprises. September Directs always occur in this very set, predictable window most of the time, and so they're pretty predictable. Nintendo Directs in September always fit into this very specific, set, predictable window in terms of when they occur. And of course, they're most of the time pretty full of surprises. 2 years ago, we got Kirby and the Forgotten Land, the first ever 3D Kirby game. 1 year ago, we got the announcement at long last of Pikmin 4 and the title and date reveal for Tears of the Kingdom. The former Direct was the first ever Direct that Kiro Tarakai recorded a reaction to. So, welcome to this episode of the Kiro Tarakai GameCast for my reaction to and discussion of the September 2023 Nintendo Direct. On this second anniversary of Kiro Tarakai Reactions. This Direct was rumored to be happening on Thursday, but I assumed that would be Thursday morning in Japan and Wednesday evening here on the East Coast. And so I predicted just that in my predictions video, and I was chagrined when there was no announcement on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., the usual time for Direct announcements. And yesterday, I was equally disappointed that there was no announcement at that same time. I almost lost hope and thought that there wasn't going to be a Direct this week. But of course, we're here now because there was indeed an announcement yesterday. It was an hour later than the usual time so that Nintendo could promote the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Regardless of how and when this Direct was announced, I am so excited to be here for another Nintendo Direct. Another one, hopefully full of so many surprises, so much anticipation, and so much excitement. This time I will, of course, not be sharing my predictions here, as I've done so in a separate video where I discussed the recent leaks and shared my own personal predictions for the first time ever in a video. So here we shall see whether those leaks were indeed factual, and we'll see how many of my predictions actually happen. And can I say before the Direct begins that it is so nice to be back to the usual schedule of February, June, September Directs. I love that consistency, and it gives me something to get excited about every few months in terms of new announcements. I asked at the beginning of this introduction, need I even express my excitement? And yet I have done just that, expressing my excitement quite extensively, because I always get way too excited about Directs. I love Directs. So, let's watch this one. Should be beginning any second now. What will they start with? What surprise will they start with? Or, maybe they won't start with a surprise. Maybe we'll start with something. Oh, it's 10. It should be starting any second now. Okay, it started. Nintendo Direct time. Can I just say how pumped that intro gets me? How hyped. Just seeing those two words, hearing that song. Oh, straight to black. Okay, Octo expansion. Not Octo expansion. Side order. Okay, so that's a little. It has the same crown as Pearl, so probably really do them. Oh, this is. It has a Splatoon-y vibe, but I'm getting Portal vibes from this. And yeah, it's. I think it's a very interesting concept to have. Oh, that's a sanitized Octoling, that is a musical artist. I think it's really cool to have such muted colors when Splatoon is usually known for being so bright and vibrant. Oh, so yeah. All sorts of stats stuff. It's looking okay. Yeah, and then you get different colors and do whatnot. But yeah, it's I'm excited to see what they do this, especially after how crazy and different Octo expansion was. Interested to see where they take the story. Okay, but when's this releasing? Side order. It's gonna be
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Mr. Takahashi.
And I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct.
Where's Mr. Koizumi?
You just saw a new trailer for Wave 2 of the Splatoon.
Whenever one of them is missing, I always ask where the other is. Okay.
This brand new story is set in the Spire of Order.
Spire of
You will
Order.
strengthen your character's abilities as you
Yeah, so
ascend the
it's
Spire's
just like our
order.
expansion, kind of taking a level by level base where I guess you go higher up in the elevator.
And over again. It's planned to release in spring.
Oh, next year.
Look forward to it.
We're gonna have to wait a while for that. Okay.
Okay, let's see our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
Okay, pretty good start because I mean, yeah, we've been. Oh, there we go. Yep, Mario versus Donkey Kong, just as was leaked. I'm excited. Like I said in my prediction, this just wait. It's just a remake. It's just a oh, okay. Once again, they're making a whole lot of remakes to fill out these last few months and years of the Switch's lifespan. Or I guess months, rather. It seems more like. Okay, so it's not a new Mario vs. Donkey Kong, it's just a full-on remake. I mean, still exciting, but I just played through this recently, so I'm not really feeling the need.
Observation and action are vital to your success.
Yeah, nice that they're always giving these games a new coat of paint. And yeah, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, especially towards the end, it gets some pretty good puzzles.
That monkey's tail looks a little suspicious, though, doesn't it? If Mario does this, now he can get across.
Oh, but the second is not the second is.
And safely grab the key.
This sounds a lot like the original voice clips.
Platform too high? Reach it with a handstand jump.
Are they? I think they're. Are they reusing the voice clips? Or are these new voice clips recorded by Mario's new voice actor? So of course, we still don't know the identity of.
Mini Marios, clear stages, and face down.
Are any of these new stages? It's just hard to tell because of the new coat of paint. I mean, I'm sure they're.
In this updated version of the game, you can play with a friend.
Oh, okay. Multiplayer. That's fun. Although it does have the potential to break the game. The puzzles are very specifically designed. Yeah, it's
Mario vs. Donkey Kong launches on Nintendo Switch February 16th.
I'm not sure how I like. Okay, so next year, early next year. I'm not sure how much I like them just releasing remakes of games and just giving them the same name as the original game. Can they just at least give us remake or remaster just to differentiate them?
As he sets off to save the Prince of Persia.
But yeah, this is
world's balance.
I heard lots of good things about this.
To the roots of the Prince of Persia
I know
series, this game
Metroidvania
side-scrolling action adventure
isn't a genre Prince of Persia is known for, but I hear it fits. I hear this is and you know this game is built for Switch and converted to the other platforms, and so it'll have hopefully good performance. Yeah, just something in the vein of Metroid Dread, a AAA Metroidvania. Looks pretty decent.
Use everything at your disposal to navigate this harsh world and defeat the mythical beasts that stand in your way.
I'm not that good at Metroidvanias, and I don't play too many of them, so. But this is a good resurgence for the series with a genre that fits it pretty well. But of course, there's people complain about it being a $60 game. Come on, Metroidvanias, especially AAA Metroidvanias, are so well designed, and it looks Not quite as on par as Dread, but still really good.
Speed through stunning environments, each with its own dynamic.
I guess we're getting a montage, presumably, of racing games. I think they'll probably show the booster course pass separately. But yeah, just the leaks before this direct were very interesting, but at the same time, it would have been nice to be surprised by Mario vs. Donkey Kong. But I was surprised that it was a remake and not a brand new game. But yeah, I was expecting. I was hoping, not expecting, to see that series because there's a lot of games like that that received a decent amount of entries on the 3DS. Oh, Super Crazy Rhythm Castle. I've also heard good things about this one.
Battle bosses. Over 30 thrilling tracks await, including music from iconic Konami games.
It's like Rhythm Heaven, but somewhat a bit more to it, and I might want to check this one out. It looks really wacky and fun rhythm game because it's it's mainly co-op, but you can mess with each other, and it sounds really fun. Yeah. But I'm saying something about Mario vs. Donkey Kong. But yeah, games like that, got plenty of entries on the 3DS, but now that the Switch has combined home console and handheld console into hybrid console, some of the futures of those series is very uncertain, especially I talked about it in my prediction. I talked about Mario and Luigi, how, yeah, I miss Mario and Luigi. Okay, getting some more information about Super Mario RPG, the remake.
The Super Mario RPG game is back with updated graphics.
Oh, the music, it's gonna be so good. Alright, yeah, tell us about the new stuff.
Time your button presses with action commands to increase damage dealt.
Yeah, that's what I always love about Mario RPGs, that they're more just like the platformers.
You can now damage all enemies at once.
Okay, that's different. Mario RPGs are more action-based.
Build this gauge.
Okay, yeah, tell us about the new gauge.
The 3-character triple move.
Okay, that's a new mechanic. Because that's where all those flashy cutscenes come from.
Experiment with different combos.
Interesting.
During your adventure, you'll encounter bosses with colorful personalities. After clearing the game, you can fight some of them again.
Ooh, a boss rush kind of thing?
But these powered-up bosses...
Post-game. Okay, so it's post-game. That's fun. That's something, most later Mario RPGs would have, but Super Mario RPG didn't. But I wonder... Oh! They were just teasing us with that secret hidden boss with the shiny stone reacting to that door. I wonder what he looks like. It'd be really cool if he was HD 2D. I can't... Yeah, I'm excited about Mario RPG remake.
Look alive. We're almost there.
I should recognize. What's this?
DS game, Trace Memory.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Nintendo Switch system as a
Remember this as a spirit from Smash. Okay, so this is our DS remake that was leaked.
She thought had passed away. Seeking answers, she sets off for the solitary Blood Edward Island in search of him. Once there, Ashley
the visuals are given a nice,
obstacles that hinder her investigation.
Nice touch, and yeah, it's always good when older games are given new life on the Switch. Yeah.
She also meets a mysterious boy.
That's a principle I've talked about here. That lots of remakes and ports coming to the Switch too.
I can't remember Dad's face.
It's really a sign of the end of its life cycle. But yeah.
Who are you?
The sequel, Another Code R, Journey into Lost Memories, previously unreleased in North America.
Oh, so both of them, and I didn't.
So this is like Juliet, huh?
I didn't know this game had a sequel.
To experience the full story. Unravel both adventures, fully enhanced for Nintendo Switch.
Okay, that's nice, especially when they
Collection launches January 19th. Pre-orders begin today.
So early next year. We're getting a lot of games for early next year. That's nice when they
get older games and they
Another code recollection includes 2 games.
they re-release them together, especially when it's stuff that's never been
which was never
released
in North
outside of
America.
Japan.
Both games
Or,
are fully
excuse me.
enhanced on Nintendo Switch. Please look forward to playing
Yeah,
them early next year.
not in North America.
Next,
I can't remember whether it was released in Europe or not. What is this? Oh, this is okay. This is the new Princess Peach game.
One
So we said we'll see whether they'll leak
presented a flyer advertising a show at the Sparkle
the
Theater.
leak of that the title is true or not.
Peach and some toads went to go see it, but then the Wicked Grape and the Sour Bunch suddenly made their grand entrance and took center stage. Now it's up to Peach and the theater's guardian Stella to save the play and the day.
Yeah, let's see what
This
I
perfect
want to see what the
performance
gameplay is
has
like.
become a terrible tragedy. Luckily, Peach can use the power of Stella's ribbon to face off against the Sour Bunch.
Just kind of like
The ribbon
not
alone
exactly a
won't
platformer, but
cut it.
puzzle platformer, I guess
So
you could
let's
say.
do this. Whoa! Peach transformed into Sword Fighter Peach.
That's fun, going along with the
She can use fantastic
theme of the
show-stopping
stage play.
abilities. Fend off the Sour Bunch with sensational sword play. Can Peach save
I mean, it's better than using the power of emotions like in Super Princess Peach.
There are more stolen shows to save.
Okay, I'm sure after this we'll get a
from this museum have gone missing. Become Detective Peach. Investigate clues.
we'll get a launch window or even release date and title at the end of this trailer.
Desserts have been snatched.
Yeah, I love how they're going
Turn
all out
to
with the
Patissier
theme
Peach
of a
and sing
stage play and
on
playing
the
different
Sugar
roles in that
Crash.
stage play. That's really
The
fun.
Sour Bunch got their hands on this martial arts school. Become Kung Fu Peach and take it back from these foul fiends. Many
It's
other
fun Street Fighter vibes from
transformations
that.
are just behind the curtain. The stage is set. Our leading lady is ready. For
Oh, and also we don't know
Showtime.
whether or not Princess Peach has a
Princess Peach
new voice actor as
Showtime
well.
makes its debut
Okay, yeah,
on
Princess
Nintendo
Peach
Switch
Showtime. The name
March
was real.
22nd. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
I love how how they're going all out with that concept. Okay, so it's another March game.
That
Lots of Mario in March.
Princess Peach Showtime. In Peach's latest
After last year, how few Mario games there were last year, we're getting a lot this year and next year. It's great.
transformations beyond the ones we showed today.
Guess they were focusing their attention on the movie, and now they're releasing a bunch of games to
More headlines.
capitalize on that. Some more headlines. All right, just keep on.
A new saga begins.
Okay, yeah, these are.
A multi-layered RPG full of rich stories awaits. in
Isn't this
Saga
series,
Emerald Beyond. There are
This is a
6
spin-off
heroes
of Final
to
Fantasy,
choose
right?
from.
Or at least it was originally developed as a Final Fantasy game. But this is a new game in the series, I assume.
A witch disguised as a schoolgirl to mask her identity.
I assume this is a new
Crime
game
duo
in the
chasing down
series.
a mysterious organization. A songstress mech who lost her voice and body. And a king of darkness who was recently reawakened. Select a hero, then follow their journey.
Oh, that's great. The King of Darkness is a part of this RPG party.
As they strive to achieve their goals. How the story unfolds is in your hands. The choices you make can unlock different paths, more than ever before seen in the Saga franchise. Fight in timeline battles, turn-based combat in which turn order is crucial to victory.
Interesting.
Use special techniques to control the order of actions.
I mean, in all RPGs, turn order is crucial, but
Swing the tide of battle
because this is
in your
especially leaning into that with that concept.
Saga Emerald Beyond launches on Nintendo Switch next year.
Very nice. So yeah, that looks like I think that's a new game in the series.
The legendary Raider returns. The first 3 Tomb Raider games, all with upgraded visuals, are venturing onto Nintendo Switch in one daring collection.
Okay.
as the fearless
Interesting.
archaeologist Lara Croft.
Never been a fan of Tomb Raider.
And
I
face
don't think I
off
ever will be.
against deadly foes and even deadlier legends. Climb, backflip.
I mean, not exactly Metroid Prime Remastered upgrades.
And mythologies. Along the way, you'll solve puzzles to uncover treasures of the ancient world and unravel mysteries lost to the ravages of time. This faithfully remastered trilogy comes with all of the expansions and secret levels for each.
I guess that's good for fans of these series that, you know,
Polygon look and the upgraded visuals at
the Legacy series. Put a bunch of them on Switch, but
Remastered, starring Lara Croft, launches on the Nintendo Switch system.
wish Nintendo would do that with more of their games instead of just putting them on Nintendo. But they have. They put the Pikmin games and Metroid Prime Remastered.
Detectives got a second bolt of brilliance.
Alright, so Detective Pikachu coming out
Every great detective
next month, right?
day early. This is Rhyme City, a place
I
where
mean,
humans
we've
are
already seen this game like
The detective
twice
duo
within the past few months, so
and his partner Tim
I'm not sure how much new they could share before
various
release.
cases while searching for Harry, Tim's missing father. Tim interviews people. Pikachu interviews Pokemon, and they find the truth together. They'll also
Need I say
rely on
anything
other
about the
Pokemon to
visuals that
serve
hasn't already
their
been said?
investigations.
Yeah, they're not.
Follow Sense with Growlithe.
I mean, this is a Pokemon company. What do you expect from them?
And peer through walls with Luxray.
But it's a nice expansion of the original game's concepts by having all these
All the mysteries and
ride Pokemon.
Find out when Detective Pikachu
Okay, good.
returns.
Talk about it for just a bit and then move on to whatever's next.
October 6th. Pre-orders
Yeah,
are
okay, so it's early
available
next
now
month.
on Nintendo eShop. This game's a real toot.
This isn't Wii Music. Okay, it sounds like Wii Music.
Raise your brass for the quirky rhythm game Trombone Champ. Play the notes in time with the music as best you can. But how you play that horn is up to you. You can use
No thank you. I think I'm getting PTSD from music right now. Oh dear.
or the IR motion camera on the right Joy-Con controller.
Wait, who did it say develops this game?
Pretty unique.
It seems really finicky.
Control scheme won't be a walk in the park. Honk your way through nearly 50 songs spanning various genres, from classical to electronica and everything in between.
I mean, interesting, but yeah, again,
Together in local multiplayer.
the Wii Music vibes are too high here.
Trombone Champ
And that would get
onto Nintendo Switch
annoying
today.
really fast. I mean, I'm sure someone will enjoy it.
To victory
Yeah.
in these Nintendo Switch games.
That's the last thing I want a Direct to do, to remind me that Wii Music exists.
Knock your opponent's health down to 0 and deliver a finishing blow. Or
I never want to be reminded of
to win.
Wii Music.
Choose from
The
15
horror.
heroes,
So
each
we're almost
inspired by
halfway
a different
through the Direct,
mythology.
and
Work with your allies
I mean, so
to be
far it
the
hasn't been
last team standing.
super surprising, but I say that about every Direct, and usually in the
First for consoles,
second half they sometimes ramp it up and
spring.
give us some more surprises.
Tests will be available
But yeah, the Mario vs. Donkey Kong,
Lead your mercenaries to fame and fortune in this
quite exciting, and once again, I'll say, yeah, we're getting Feast of Mario games. So, after there's been so few in recent times, it's nice to be getting a lot more. Oh yeah, they haven't showed any of Mario Wonder yet. I wonder if they're going to show Mario Wonder at all here, because I mean, they already showed it in the Direct. I'm sure they'd show it for just a bit, maybe. I'm not sure what new details they could provide. It seems like they provided all the main gameplay stuff here.
Run and gun in this reimagining of the beloved NES classic Contra.
Oh, wait. Did it say remake or reimagining?
Devastating arsenal of weapons to crush the Red Falcon forces. Spring into action with
That's interesting.
easy pick-up and play controls and a variety of difficulty options. This reimagining from
Okay,
Konami
reimagining.
went forward features new weapons, enemies,
So, I mean, you know, a bit higher than a remake. I mean, of course, with
four-player co-op,
visuals like this, I mean,
Contra,
you know, it's clearly a huge reimagining of an NES game.
Nintendo Switch system early next
That's it.
year.
Did we know about that? I mean, I didn't. I'm surprised by that.
Claim your destiny.
The run and gun games like Contra have never been my thing, but very interesting that
Speaks of everything. One of stolen destiny. Stolen.
very interesting that you know, a remake of a game that old. That's great.
Yet as the world stands consumed by immense evil, a fallen prince shall rise again, ring of legend lighting his path. That is the ring of the unicorn.
The Ring of the Unicorn. All sorts of MacGuffins in a fantasy RPG. Couldn't go Nintendo Direct without having some of that.
The path before us is laid bare, and all that remains now is to
I'm looking at it. This seems more like tactical. Show me the overworld again.
traverse an expansive world.
Is this
Gather new
turn-based or tactical? It looks like a tactical RPG, like in Fire Emblem, like a Fire Emblem sort of thing. I mean, you know, the art style is nice, but
60 unique characters. From
I'm not sure art style is enough to set apart a fantasy RPG when there's
first foray
so many of them. You know, people enjoy that sort of stuff, but
It may take days, months.
oh, that looks like some good food. But yeah, there's just so many.
Fulfilled. Atlas
So many
and
RPGs.
Vanillaware present the rebirth of tactical fantasy RPGs. Unicorn Overlord.
Okay, so this is developed by Atlas. So that's,
Available March 8th, 2024.
you know, it's a high-end RPG. Okay, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon remake. Despite how you know, Luigi's this doesn't look to be doing too much to the visuals, just giving it a little boost, and also, you know, Dark Moon isn't the most highly regarded
Mansion 2
RPG.
HD.
Wait, they're calling it Luigi's Mansion 2 HD instead of...
Welcome to
Okay,
Adventure
interesting.
Valley.
Because, I mean, it was only Dark Moon in North America.
With the supernatural.
Yeah, they're not doing too much to it, and Dark Moon isn't the most highly regarded Luigi Mansion game. But I'm still excited, because I've never gotten to experience it.
Mayhem.
And I know it may not measure up to the original, or Luigi's Mansion 3,
Adventure is complete without this vacuum-like
but I'm excited to play it. Experience that gap in my knowledge, because it's the only Mario and Luigi game I haven't played.
Vacuum up objects and interact.
I know it's got a more linear structure, but
It's a handy tool for your paranormal
I'm just
escapades.
happy that every time I see a
Plus, when you spot a
3DS
ghost,
game just ported over into the Switch. That's
you can stun them with
great,
a
because
stroke.
I still don't...
Vacuum
I need to get a
up.
3DS so I can experience some of those titles.
You can even grab multiple ghosts at once.
I mean, why? When they have the opportunities to bring 3DS games over
In this
to
game, you'll find ghosts
to Switch.
haunting a former plant research lab.
So, I mean, how they're talking about this,
broken
it's
down clock factory
they're just reviewing a lot of stuff that's already in the game. I don't think they're really adding anything new.
Snow, and even more
So it's
places.
not a too big effort of a
Use every trick
port.
in the book to block your path.
Oh wait, but hold on. What about
Luigi summoned his courage
wasn't there a
to save
multiplayer
the
mode in
day.
this? I guess that
Looking for other ghost hunters?
Yeah, that must- yeah. The online with this must work with-
across different multiplayer modes.
looks like Scarescraper in
Luigi's Mansion 2 HD.
Luigi Mansion 3.
creeps onto Nintendo Switch.
Okay,
next
so,
summer.
interesting that they're changing the title to the
Next, we have two announcements. to
title
share.
outside of North America.
First, please take a look at this video.
Okay. What are these two announcements that you're going to share with us, Mr. Takahashi? What is this? I'm assuming both of these are Mario themed, but what is... Okay, is this
What's that? It's a large question block.
yeah,
Actually, this
it is.
question block currently appears on the roof of the previously announced Nintendo Gallery that's under construction. in
Oh yeah,
New
the museum that they're...
The official name of this gallery will be the Nintendo Museum.
Yeah, they're converting an old Huff-Undercard museum Huff-Undercard factory into a museum.
A wide variety
This is
of
interesting.
Nintendo products from the company's history will be displayed.
I mean, not like I'm ever going to be able to visit it anytime soon.
And we plan to finish up.
Oh, nice.
2024.
Okay.
We'll We'll share more information, such as the opening date, at another time.
Hey, this is something I've.
Next, we'd like to share some updates on upcoming amiibo figures.
Okay.
The Zelda and
Okay, available November 3rd. Nice.
releasing on November 3rd.
Yeah, I knew about the Nintendo,
Figures of Noah and Mio from
the Nintendo Museum.
will be released at
I heard about it when it was first announced, but yeah, that's exciting to see. It'll be ready next year. I mean, again, not that I'll be able to
We have a new
visit
amiibo
it much.
figure to announce.
I mean, anytime soon.
The DLC fighter
Okay, yeah.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate,
How many-
Sora from Kingdom Hearts
And Kazuya?
is on the way.
Oh, wait. Did they already announce? They already announced Kazuya,
Everyone
right?
is here from Super Smash Bros.
Okay, yeah.
Ultimate in amiibo form.
So yeah, they're doing a Sora
Please look forward
amiibo.
to its
That's
release
nice.
Next year.
Finally, there'll be a
That's
amiibo
all
of every
for
fighter.
today's Amiibo announcements. Next, please take a look at this.
Okay, they never have really amiibo segments. That was nice to break up between what I assume is something big next. Yep, F-Zero. This was like the online F-Zero game that was leaked. What style is this going?
First F-Zero game
Uh-huh.
returns as a 99
Yeah, okay.
player battle
So yeah, a
royale.
Battle Royale version of F-Zero.
F-Zero 99.
Just as was leaked. So I assume this is for all
Classic F-Zero
NSO
courses
players.
with machines from
I'm
the original
horrible
Super
at
NES game.
F-Zero.
Tear through courses in high-speed races, but be careful. Your power meter increase if you crash into
and I
piles
assume
of
this is
guardrails. If it
all
hits
we're
you,
getting from
you're out.
F-Zero for this generation?
You'll need to avoid collisions and conserve your power meter to stay
Because that would
in
be
the race.
disappointing. Oh yeah, but the chaos of F-Zero
Feeling risky?
Uh,
Stand aside
suits
your
itself
power meter for a temporary speed
really
boost.
well to this sort of Battle Royale gameplay.
You can also collect super sparks, which appear when machines collide, to boost up.
Great that F-Zero's finally getting something after 20 years of not having any game.
Passing your rivals
Ooh.
and jumping into a higher position.
Okay. I try this out.
Complete goals while you're racing to unlock
But
cosmetic
I mean, I guess they always talked about how they didn't want to make a new F-Zero game. I think Miyamoto said it because they couldn't think of any new ideas. I guess this is their new idea, making even if this might not be developed by Nintendo at all, but
It's time to
this is a new idea for F-Zero and making a battle royale.
because F-Zero 99 will be available exclusively for active Nintendo Switch Online members later today.
Ooh, nice. Is that all we're getting out of F-Zero this generation? That'd be pretty sad.
F-Zero is back
I
as
expect
a
it,
Battle
yeah.
Royale game. This title also supports the Super NES controller available
Nice, yeah,
exclusively
it's good.
for Nintendo Switch Online
Um,
members.
Man, that would be such a surprise if it hadn't been leaked.
For first place. Okay, let's continue with some more headlines.
One little hero, one humongous problem. Welcome to Vandal City, a whimsical
Yeah,
land inhabited by small fuzzy
once again, I'm gonna say it.
turtles. After a party gets a little too wild,
It's kind of sad that
the land together collapse and throw everything
I was
into chaos.
I wasn't really expecting it, but I was hoping that maybe after that they would say, "Oh, and here's a actual new F-Zero game." But no,
To gather materials and craft
That's-
items and
I
meals
mean,
for the locals.
I guess we'll take it. We'll take it.
And crafting. You can weave together new upgrades.
Technically not a new game. Technically just a battle royale conversion of the original F-Zero, but
Even further by
it's really the first new F-Zero thing outside of Nintendo Land, which I don't think that really counts much
And what mysteries will you
in
discover
20
during
years.
your magical
So,
adventure? Vandal Tale,
I guess a little less than 20 years, but still, almost 2 decades since anything new F-Zero has appeared.
Wait,
So,
did you hear that? Join
I might try it out.
Nunu
But, yeah.
and Willem on a journey across the frozen wilds of the Freljord. Jump, climb, and sled your way through a beautiful yet treacherous.
I'm sorry, I haven't been paying attention. What
Every step
what
taken,
series, what game is this again?
solved, will bring you closer to the truth about these friends and their past. The Song of Nunu, a League of Legends
Oh,
story,
this is League of Legends,
launches
okay.
on the Nintendo Switch system November 1st. Pre-orders
All right,
begin today on Nintendo eShop. Let's move into
Okay, more information on WarioWare Move It. Yeah, that voice actor for Wario definitely sounds different.
Welcome to the island.
Yep. Yeah, I like the tropical island vacation theme that they're going with this. It's nice.
Copy the form shown, then perform the correct action as quick as you can.
So how many different? I wonder how many different forms there are in this game, as opposed to smooth moves.
One after another, so look alive.
The forms in smooth moves were always very interesting, very wacky.
Plus, up to 4 players can battle it out in party mode.
I say this about a lot of things, but WarioWare isn't exactly my thing. I enjoy it. I enjoyed played several of the games in the series, but I think it's the most fun when you're doing it with friends. So I like that they have the multiplayer modes.
Everyone's in for a wacky time. WarioWare Move It launches on the Nintendo Switch system November 3rd.
Very nice.
Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
WarioWare is always a fun time. Again, as I said, it's not much of my cup of tea, but I enjoy it when whenever I play it.
Into battle and put an end to an empire's invasion. Meet Noah, a humble villager.
Okay, this is interesting. It's one of those few so far non-Square Enix games that is going for this sort of HD 2D style.
These 3 band together to fight for a common goal. On their journey, they'll meet a variety of heroes who can join their cause. This is your home base, known as the headquarters. As allies join you, additional facilities will become available. You'll be able to tend crops, open shops, and more. Each hero you encounter has their own backstory and motivation.
I'm not going to say anything about another fantasy RPG again, but yeah, there's always a lot of those in Nintendo Directs, as I said.
Betrayal, justice.
Yeah, I always find it interesting when a different studio gives their own take on the HD 2D style.
100 Heroes launches on Nintendo Switch, April 23rd.
Especially in an already established series like that.
Participate in some pixel-perfect play.
Pixel-perfect play.
Next stop, Octopia. Travel to a charming parallel world in this paid DLC.
Oh, DLC, okay. So this is the new?
Sam and John turn the pages of a new chapter as they adjust to country life in a mountainside village.
So, DLC for you, story, that's nice.
Whip out culinary delights for your
there's all these indie games that,
to help the village
people like so much.
And if you're new to Eastward, don't worry. You can access the DLC even if you haven't played the main story.
It's nice that they make DLC for games like these.
Onto Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Very nice.
Get back into the groove.
War Groove?
In this sequel to War Groove, charge across 3 tactical campaigns with valiant factions, including
did we know that this was getting a sequel?
The Fari. Plus, you can now
is this already out?
To unleash
this is a new game, right?
Lead a roguelike offensive in conquest mode.
Oh no. Fluffy of Kiro Tarakai is into War Groove,
Or create and share
combining rhythm with tactical RPG is a very interesting concept.
War Groove 2 marches on
something I'd probably be interested in if I had more time. That's what we can all say. We can't try out everything.
Dive and catch fish by day. Then serve them as sushi by night in the aquatic adventure, Dave the Diver. Use the fish you caught to concoct recipes and create the day's menu.
Dave the Diver.
Tend to the clamoring customers at your sushi restaurant.
It's great how indies or in indie style games like this, they always come up with such
culinary expectations.
Such interesting.
Launches first for consoles on the Nintendo Switch system.
This was already out on.
Pre-orders in a
non-console platforms, but
eShop later today.
Always come up with such interesting concepts and ideas.
The final wave.
Okay, the final wave. What do you have to show us? Yes, Daisy Circuit.
Of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC.
Oh man,
Mario Kart Wii game.
it's great.
Daisy Circuit. More returning characters are also being added in Wave 6.
Oh, yeah, Diddy Kong, there we go.
Double Dash game.
Excellent.
Diddy Kong from Mario Kart Wii.
Oh, Diddy and Funky, that's, yes! I originally put Funky Kong on my bingo board as a joke, but I removed him. Oh, and Pauline. That's a very good selection. You know, people theorized about these three, but it's good to see. Okay. Not sure why we need to bring back Peachette. Not sure at all why we need to bring back Peachette, but there she is. Okay, no look at any sort of new tracks or just Daisy Circuit. Okay.
Online Plus expansion pack members can enjoy this DLC at
Wait, I missed the date. Did they say what the window is? I need to go back and look. Yeah. We'll eventually see a full reveal with the rest of the tracks. Okay, so an update for Among Us. Okay. Yeah, a good selection of characters and very nice, pick for show off Daisy Circuit. I love the color palette with that track. It's very nice. I don't know how much people love Among Us, but I've only ever played it I've only ever played it once, so I see the appeal, but it's just not my sort of game. And I say that a lot about a lot of different games, but
this new map for Among Us is free and launches this October.
Online games are not my thing.
What did you think?
I'm interested in it.
With us this far.
Okay, is this the final thing?
Next up, we'd like to recap some of the previously announced Nintendo titles you can look forward to playing from September onwards.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
I assume that they'll maybe do this to remind us of... Yeah, this is a montage of different games. Yeah, physical version is coming out in just a bit. They'll show us a montage of games coming out soon, and then I guess move on to one final surprise. Metroid, maybe? Okay, Holiday 2023 is what they said for Booster Course Pass. Okay, yeah, we got a pretty nice lineup for the next few months, and a lot of remakes and ports. Okay, I missed that. Luigi Mansion 3 was summer of next year. Interesting.
This next video will be our last announcement.
So I wonder if that means
Please take a look.
Switch 2 isn't coming summer next year. Probably late next year is what I was thinking too. Okay, another thing, Mario. What is this? Is this... What? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! What a strong way to end off an otherwise okay direct. My goodness. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that a remake of Thousand Year Door was coming later this year. I mean, at least announced here. I did not believe that. I didn't think they would do it. I'm so happy. I've always wanted to play Thousand Year Door. It's just not easy to come by. I don't have a GameCube. My Wii's a family model. And on top of that, Thousand Year Door is extremely expensive. And also to get a new coat of paint and look so good and be the incredible sequel to the original Paper Mario that it is. This is... Yes. Yes. Hashtag remaster 1000 Year Door. It finally happened. I wonder if they did this because of that. Or they just decided to do this. I wonder if they heard us. I wonder if they heard us asking for a 1000 Year Door remake. Okay, when does this release? Because oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am speechless. I am utterly speechless. 1000 Year Door. 1000 Year Door is getting a remake. Oh, next year. Yes, I can wait. I can wait for that.
Paper Mario, the
I can wait for
originally released on
Thank you.
GameCube, will return.
Yes.
Graphics. Whether you played the original or
Yes.
yet to play it, we hope you look forward to
A
experiencing
decent direct with an incredible ending.
Mario and Friends. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Still, thank you for watching.
1000 Year Door. 1000 Year Doors. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Is this real? Is this am I alive? Am I just dreaming? This cannot be real. This cannot be real. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Wow. That was... Yeah, as I said, that was a decent direct with an incredible ending. Nowhere near the most mind-blowing direct. But throughout it, there were some surprises. And it ended with the ultimate surprise. Hashtag remaster 1000 Year Door. It seems those cries from several years ago have finally been heard. And Nintendo is returning to the original style of Paper Mario. Next year, I will finally get to play Paper Mario the 1000 Year Door. Next year, Paper Mario will finally be good again. Yes, this was a decent direct with an incredible ending. And I think what we can see from this direct pretty clearly is that the Nintendo Switch is nearing the end of its life. In this direct, we got a bunch of DLC and a bunch of remakes and remasters. Just like I said at the beginning, right before this direct, we're getting a lot of those to fill in the final few months of the Switch's lifespan. And what a remaster to have among remasters. The 1000 Year Door. Wow. I could just rant on and on about the 1000 Year Door finally getting a re-release, and not just a re-release, a full-on remaster. I love Paper Mario, but I often say that the only two Paper Mario games I haven't played are the best one, the 1000 Year Door, and the worst one, Sticker Star. And I'll finally get to play 1000 Year Door. But yeah, I could rant on and on about that, but there was other stuff in the direct. There was other stuff. Again, plenty of DLC with Side Order just looking as inventive and interesting as Octo Expansion was. And the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, you know, it didn't show off any new tracks or, you know, what the final, presumably, Rainbow Road is going to be. But it did show a pretty nice lineup for the final 4 characters. And also, not exactly DLC, but F-Zero 99. It's kind of sad that the first F-Zero game in 20 years is just a conversion of the original game into an online battle royale, but I mean, I guess we'll take it. It's the first appearance of F-Zero in a quote-unquote new game in almost 2 decades. So we'll take it. And of course, again, so many Mario remakes. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, not Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon HD, apparently. The Mario vs. Donkey Kong remaster. And of course, the Super Mario RPG remaster. Here at the end of the Switch's lifespan, we're getting a lot of Mario and a lot of remasters. It's the Switch has been a healthy console, and we're getting a pretty healthy end with, not huge AAA games to end it, but some remakes and remasters of really good games. This Direct really showed that the Nintendo Switch is nearing the end of its lifespan, but it's doing so in an amazing fashion with giving us these really good remakes. And of course, there were some new games there. WarioWare, Move It. And of course, there were some original games there as well. WarioWare, Move It, and now the Untitled Princess Peach game, and the Untitled Princess Peach game, which now has the name of Princess Peach Showtime. Both of those look pretty promising. But once again, the bulk of what we saw here were DLC, remakes, and remasters. And I'm fine with that. As long as Nintendo is giving us something, instead of just starving us here at the end until the Switch's successor comes out. I'm good with that. And I am good with this Direct. It, again, wasn't too mind-blowing. And up until the very end, it was like, this is just an okay Direct, but it ended up being a decent Direct with an incredible ending. Directs never disappoint, even when they're sort of imbalanced like that. You can have once again, a decent Direct with a really good ending, and it still be a good Direct. Because just the surprise and shock of that one mind-blowing announcement, that one absurd announcement. They're remastering Thousand Year Door, everyone. They're remastering Thousand Year Door. Well, thank you so much to listening to my reaction to and discussion of this decent Direct with an incredible ending. I've been FawfulEX of Kiro Tarakai, and I will see you next time on the Kiro Tarakai GameCast.
Crazy guys, a crazy name, it's gonna be a blast. It's the Kiro Tarakai GameCast.
Hashtag remaster 1000 Year Door. It's finally happening. Hashtag remaster 1000 Year Door. I can't believe it. Hashtag remaster 1000 Year Door.